Hello, folks. My name is Henry Rollins. Whenever I blare out, I do with Eric Blair. I would go no further. Please, I hope you don't either.
The Blairing Out Show.
This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair Show, and we're here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery for a first in a series of rock and roll movies. And tonight we have Rock and Roll High School. Are you excited, Rollins?
Absolutely. I was at the premiere in D.C. when at the Ontario Theater where I first saw The Clash, and the Ramones walked through the theater right before the film started, which made all of us run out of our seats to the lobby to go meet them. And they kind of stood in the center and signed everyone's jacket, face, whatever was presented to them. And then we ran back to our seats and we saw the movie.
Now, what kind of hope did the Ramones give you as an artist when you were first starting out?
The Ramones let me understand it was okay to be different and weird and maybe not have to be so musically sophisticated. Because for me, I saw the Ramones, but only like a year and a half before I saw Led Zeppelin. And so, you know, it was kind of the end of arena rock and the beginning of going to clubs to see music. And I would see all the touring bands like The Clash and whatever, and all the local bands. So it was interesting going from arena rock, Aerosmith and Ted Nugent and all that kind of high-powered stuff to a club and seeing the Ramones basically playing, you know, no less anything less great, but just a way more simplified music. And it was cool that that was okay and that there was a lot of power and simplicity and economy. And a lot of people think that a Ramones music is really easy to play. If you've ever tried to cover one of the songs, it's anything but easy. Yeah. It's like people who tell you they can play the blues. It's very hard. So anyway, they gave me a lot of inspiration because they weren't pretty in the rock star sense. They didn't have the moves in the rock star sense like a Page or a Plant. But they gave you hope that the ugly mutants of the world, like myself, could maybe have a life in music. Where previously you go, well, if you're not Jimmy Page, you're just not going to cut it. Yeah. And then you started seeing bands like the Ramones and the Clash, like, oh, well, rugged and real also has a place. So it was good.
Yeah, well, let's face it, Joey Ramone became a sex symbol to a lot of people. All the guys were sex symbols.
Well, he was very charismatic. I mean, he had a way about him that was completely riveting. I mean, I used to see them live, and equally, when you just hung out with him, he was a very nice guy, very gentle, very soft-spoken, always nice to me. I hung out with him a few times.
Tell me about some of your encounters with Joey. And what were some of the highlights of those encounters?
The best Joey hangout was late night. I walked up from my hotel I was staying at in the Bowery. I went to CB's to see like a late show of the Dictators. So I'm standing on stage right as you go to the toilets, and I go, there's some large person standing next to me, and I look up, it's Joey, who's like, you know, there's birds roosting in his head. He's so tall. And I went, oh, it's Joey. And so I kind of tap him on the shoulder, and he looks down. He's like, oh, hey. And he remembered me. I'm like, hey, you know, and he said, are you a Dictators fan? I went, every day. And then the Dictators came on stage and did one of the best shows I've ever seen. They were just awesome. And me and Joey was kind of standing alone in the darkness, kind of rocking out, and every once in a while we look at each other and just kind of go like, cool. And after the show, me and Joey and we went backstage and hung out with Handsome Dick Manitoba and the Dictators. Ross the Boss was there. And we all did photos together. Some lady took our photos, and I've never been able to find that person. So I really want a photo of me and Joey and Handsome Dick Manitoba for my own. And I've asked around. I'll be at CB's at the end of this month. Maybe someone can help me out. But
are you going to save it? Are you going to help save it? Because I heard they're trying to close it down.
Well, there's a benefit, and I'm singing with the Bad Brains. Okay. And I don't know if that'll save it, but we're going to play really hard. So
I have a hard time believing, Henry, not to get off on this, I have a hard time believing that place could actually be torn down. I mean, the name is legendary.
Yeah, but what would replace would probably be some hipster wine bar, and that's the way the Bowery is going. I mean, I'm from D.C., I've been going to New York since I was a kid, and the Bowery and the Alphabet City, in the late 70s, I'd go up there to see shows that weren't coming to D.C., like Sham 69 or whatever, the Cramps. And the Avenue A was scary. Avenue B was like, you'd run away. And the Bowery was just gnarly. And now it's turning into bistros. And CB's is one of those places that would get taken out by a place that becomes a yuppie wine bar. If that's what it turns into, I would be far from surprised. And they probably get more money and tart up the neighborhood a little bit more. And places like CB's are actually the first to go. Those cool places that should be enshrined and they're a mecca. I mean, I go all over the world, and I see that CBGB shirt worn by kids. They don't even know what it is. Yeah. They're just wearing it because that logo means punk rock or something. Yeah. So it's become this symbol for something. And when it goes away, if it goes away, it'll just be a damn shame, you know?
Well, ultimately it comes down to the corporations controlling everything. Because they want to clean up the area. They want to clean up the area.
When you clean up an area, you make money. And in a capitalist system, that's a good thing. And so a lot of culture is getting extinguished. I mean, even with Barnes & Noble and big record stores, a lot of great mom-and-pop record and bookstores that I used to go to all over America have gone away. Yeah. Like a place like Aaron's here in Los Angeles. There was 1 to 3 of those in every city in America. And I've been to all of them, and they're mostly gone.
What do you think of it being shown here at Hollywood Forever Cemetery?
Well, we're here with Johnny, so it's cool. And it looks like a bunch of nice people. Linda's here. There's Billy Zoom of X. He's a legend.
Henry?
Yes, sir.
Blairing out with Eric Blair. It's great talking to you,
It's been an honor.